Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go, and here we go from MetLife Stadium. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
64.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles have taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fleming. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. Let's get
ready.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagle. Yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, it's Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Wentz now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goedert. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready. 94.
Come on, D.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Topper!
You mine! Hey, alert 3, alert 3!
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right. And you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. Wentz now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
General West.
Lucky.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
82, 40.
On first down, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. To throw, it's Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
5-yard pickup. It's now fourth down.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on fourth down.
He's cracked.
That's 5-7.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fleming. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. A first down carry for Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Check. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go. Watch that.
X3. 2X.
They'll go to Barkley again. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Go. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. 57. Greystone travel.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, Zoo. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. He completes it to Tate. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagles.
Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
We got this.
That's the end of the third quarter play. The score, Giants 21, Eagles 7.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
90.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Ready up.
Mike, 50 seconds.
Coming this way, here we go. 80 weapon. 5.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
74.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away. And a loose football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And the pressure gets to him again. O'Shane Ximines in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's good. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will be recovered by the Giants, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the